Here we are, up to the minute. It's a Tuesday. It's August the 17th. Glad to have you with us. I'm Todd Duplantis. Next half hour, we've got your HCC news and information and some special important announcements regarding the fall 2021 semester. We'll get to that shortly. Carolina Linares is my co-host. She's joining me this morning. Good morning, Carolina. How are you?
We'll get to that shortly.
Good morning, Todd. It's so good to see you again.
It's good to see you. So let me ask you, it's a Tuesday. Sounds like it could be a Monday for you. Are you playing the live stream in the background?
I'm not.
Okay. All right. Thought I heard the live stream over there, but okay. All right. So we've got a lot going on for you this morning. So Carolina, you want to remind everyone about our HCC news and announcements that are coming up and also where they can find us on social media.
Absolutely. You can find us on Houston Community College District Facebook page. We're also on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat. And now we're back on our HCCTV cable channel at noon and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And so check out your local listings to see where the channel is at.
Okay, I figured out where that extra stream noise was coming from, and I just muted it. So it wasn't you. You don't have to worry about that. We had some ambient noise in the background. We're good now, so we got the show ready to go. Okay, Carolina, stick around. We'll be checking with you later in the show. We've got two special guests for you today. Nakia Edwards is the Program Director of Workforce and Career Training with HCC's Adult Education and Literacy Programs. Good morning, Nakia. Well, he may have stepped away for a moment. We'll check in with him momentarily. He will be here, trust me. One person who's here, ready to go, Dr. Kurt Ewen. He's our Vice Chancellor of Strategy, Planning, and Institutional Effectiveness, also the Chancellor's Chief of Staff. Good morning to you, Dr. Ewen. How are you on this Tuesday?
I'm well, Todd. Sorry, I had to unmute. I'm doing well. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. You know, a lot of things, boy, things just keep changing in this pandemic. Here we are once again facing some COVID variants that have really kind of gripped the whole city, made us all uneasy. And I understand it's affected our operations once again. You're the head of the COVID task force. Maybe you can tell us some of the changes that the Chancellor announced last evening.
Sure. We watched the data coming out of Harris County, Fort Bend County pretty regularly. And we've been noticing, as many people have been on the news and other places, the impact of the Delta variant. We have about 50% plus of just over 50% of our population vaccinated. And still our numbers now in terms of infection rates per 100 residents is higher than it has ever been during COVID. And we went back to red, and we've actually created a new classification of red worsening. So we are in a red worsening condition, as we would describe it, which means that we need to take some continued extraordinary measures as we move into fall. The memo that went out from the Chancellor last night is the byproduct of a weekend worth of work of about 50 people collaborating on putting some things together, our best thinking that we could give to the Chancellor about how to move forward.
So what are some of the changes? From what I could tell, it looks like a number of courses, predominantly the majority of classes are now going to be online for at least 4 weeks. Is that correct?
Yes. So what we're doing is we're going to be monitoring this every 2 weeks. We'll be coming out with a new announcement as to what we're seeing going forward and what we think the realistic possibilities are. As of now, what we're announcing is that effective Monday, the vast majority of in-person classes will be switched to online on a schedule in the same way that we did last spring and throughout the year. The courses that are not included in that are the kinds of workforce courses that require hands-on engagement, automotive, healthcare, all of those kinds of things. Todd, those programs have been face-to-face in their labs since last June.
Yeah.
They have tracked this all the way through the pandemic, and we have had next to no evidence of transmission through those encounters. People have the PPE, they go through the screening protocols, that kind of thing. If a student is unclear, they should reach out to their faculty member. We're working on a clearinghouse opportunity so the students can go directly to it to find out if their class has been impacted. They should probably err on the side of it is. If it's an English class, if it's a science class, a history class, it is online on a schedule for the first 4 weeks. Second thing, we are going to go to screening protocols like we did before. Everybody will get if you're coming onto campus, go into your phone, you get your screening app, you answer the questions, you get a green bar, and it allows you to come in, and you'll get a wristband. They won't be at every door. They'll be at centralized locations at every campus, so that we can keep everybody safe. Yeah.
I know, Dr. Ewen, over this past weekend, we did cancel some in-person registration events.
Yes.
Student services, a lot of students are wondering now if they are wanting to sign up, register, speak with an advisor. Are you suggesting now they go use the virtual lobby like we've used over the last year, as opposed to going to a campus for student services?
We find the virtual lobby is part of what we're considering our next normal. It is a very popular option, and we're looking at ways to scale that centrally across the system in a way that's as consistent as possible. We are relying on the Zoom lobbies once again this fall. Most campus locations will continue to be open for some kinds of service for the students who need it. Some places can't. Central College, for example, has been overwhelmingly hit, and the vast majority of their staff is now out on quarantine. Wow. And so students who are interested in coming to campus to get that kind of support should check online to see what services are available. If they need instructional or advising support and they were going to Central, they can go to Southeast and go to other locations. The advising will be the same, but they're not going to be able to see people face to face at Central right now.
So some takeaways are right now, just to keep it basic. First 4 weeks from majority of courses are going to be online on a schedule. Mm-hmm. If you are needing student services, you're suggesting use the virtual lobby. Some campuses are very limited with student services, but the virtual lobby would be the first thing. And you will be updating the students, or the chancellor's office and administration will be updating the students, faculty, and staff on a every 2 week basis, correct?
As to what we foresee in the next couple of weeks, yes. Okay. In terms of how we want to promote this, the governor has made it clear we can't require masks in our buildings. We can't ask if you're vaccinated or expect you to get vaccinated, but we're encouraging people to take the pledge with me. Get vaccinated, wear a mask at college, and when you're out at HEB or other places, wear a mask. Keep your distance. Wash your hands, all those things that you really need to do. Take that pledge. If you do, as a student, you're going to get some things, some opportunities. As staff, you're going to get other opportunities in terms of ways of advertising the fact that you've taken the pledge. We're also going to be having Swoop walk around with his newly minted mask, handing out trinkets to students who are wearing their masks in the building, as a way of saying, thank you, you're in this with us. Here's a t-shirt. Here's a Source Safe HCC mask that you can wear. Those kinds of things. Yeah.
Dr. Ewen is talking about the HCC Source Safe Pledge, and it was in the chancellor's email. And the five things are: wear a mask, wash your hands, watch your distance, stay home if you're sick. Very important.
Yes, there you go. I forgot that one.
Stay home, and of course, get vaccinated. We're asking that you do that. And if you take the pledge, there's also some incentives as well for the faculty and staff, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay, and you can sign up through the email that was sent out yesterday. Dr. Ewen, it's got to, and I've seen this in the news continuously over the last 2 weeks, it's got to be challenging for school districts, public universities, and community colleges like us when your hands are tied in many ways with wanting people to wear masks, and you've got orders against mask mandates. It's got to make it tricky to navigate the things you guys are doing to try to keep all of us safe.
It is. I don't know which political trapdoor you want me to walk into there, Todd, but I do think it is tricky. We're trying to navigate this and say, you're not required, but take the pledge with us.
Right.
Recognize the fact that if you're safe and your practice, you'll help keep me safe, my family safe, and in turn, I'll do the same for you. And I want to make a comment on it. If you're sick doesn't mean you have a doctor's note. If you're not feeling well, take that as a sign. If you're not feeling well, don't come to campus, right?
Absolutely. And once again, we're all doing this just to keep everyone safe. That's the main thing.
That's right.
And
That's
Dr.
right.
Ewen, I imagine the more we try to stay safe, follow what we can, the sooner we can get back to some type of normalcy, whatever that's going to look like. And we haven't reached that point yet. It seems like new things are happening every few weeks.
It certainly is an ongoing opportunity and leadership possibilities. I do want to make a comment to our staff. I know that this is a challenge. We're working really hard to make the best decisions we can. We don't want to make the decisions too far out and cancel plans that we have. So we're trying to do this as timely as we can. We're aware that it's stressful. We're aware that everybody is just weary from a year and a half of this. If we all work together, I will tell you that the work that we did this weekend, I have never seen the 50 people that I work with regularly in as much of a team mode as they were this weekend. Rely on each other. Call your colleagues around college. Ask them how they're doing. Be a friend, be a neighbor, be a colleague, and we'll get through this together.
Dr. Kurt Ewen, HCC Vice Chancellor of Strategy Planning and Institutional Effectiveness, also the Chief of Staff. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate all the work you and the task force is doing. Stay safe, and we hope to see you in person soon.
Wash your hands, Todd.
I will do. All right. Thanks, Dr. Ewen. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, big changes on the way. As you heard, of course, we'll be mentioning that a lot here on Up to the Minute throughout the week and as we go into the next few weeks. So make sure you stay tuned to us. Okay, let's get on to some other things. HCC has had an exciting program for the past few years called Change Your Life for $20. That's right, $20. You enroll in the program, it pays for the whole program. And we've got Nakia Edwards, Program Director of Workforce and Career Training for HCC's Adult Education and Literacy Programs. He's joining us now to tell us more about it. Nakia, $20, is it really true?
It's definitely true. And good morning to you again. You said good morning earlier, and I'm like, come on.
That's all right.
Lost my window, right? But yeah, change our life for $20. It has been our marketing slogan since the birth of the Career4U Academy program, or the adult education program. The adult education umbrella houses all programs such as ESL, HSC, and as well as our Career4U Academy, which I am the director of.
How do you enroll in the program? Is it easy process? Is it just as simple as getting on a waiting list? Can you enroll directly into it? Do I have to go stand in line? How does that work?
Our program is now a lot easier because everything is moved virtually. In before the pandemic, we were already in the process of moving to our programs to more of an online presence.
Right.
And thankful, I guess one thing to be thankful for the pandemic is that it allowed us to move to a more fully online presence for all of our programs. So the program, once you go to hccs.edu/change my life, it takes you to a blue bar, which it allows you to click on the blue bar and register for the classes for the orientation registration. And that's for all three programs. Or you can click on the blue bar that says, hey, I need help now and want to go to a Zoom link, which is in one of our Zoom lobbies.
Nakia, or I imagine, though, you mentioned there are several options that people can get, because people may think, well, I'm only going to get to choose one program, but there are several disciplines they can choose for a career, correct?
Correct. We focus on 5 different academies, and those 5 different academies are we have the Business Academy, the Construction Management Academy, the Information and Technology Academy, the Healthcare Academy, and our brand new Manufacturing Academy. And under each academy, you have several different workforce trainings that are focused in that area.
You pick one of those. What can students expect out of this? Can they expect to get the training from start to finish, get a certification, and then do you help them getting a job?
Yeah, so that's an excellent question. So the academies, once a student chooses and goes through our process, they are afforded the opportunity to take a workforce training, a level 1 certificate training in any one of these different academies. They're allowed to take one per program year, which our program year ends in June 30th and starts again July 1st. So every program year they can take a different one. We try to keep them aligned with each other. So if you take CNA, after you take CNA, we encourage you to take phlebotomy. And after you take phlebotomy, we encourage you to take EKG in somewhat of alignment. What's awesome about our program is we provide student support services that allow them the maximum opportunity to pass that class. And what that includes is, so if they take, since I mentioned CNA already, certified nursing assistant, we assign them to academy support class. The academy support class is there to help them with all of our adult education modules, which is math, reading, and writing, as well as some technical skills that are being applied in their class. So it's a contextualized class that's put together to support them, to level them up in their educational field, as well as their workforce training field, that gives them the maximum amount of opportunity to pass and succeed through that class and receive their level 1 certificate.
If someone is really in a dead-end job and you know what, they still need their GED, can someone enroll in this program without a GED or a high school diploma?
Right. So we're the only program that can allow students with no GED, no high school diploma, and enroll in our programs. They can take these level 1 certificates, and then also at the same time, they can take level 1 certificates, workforce training in one of our academies for Career4U and their GED at the same time. And it's not only for just English native speakers, but also for English language learners. So those are the two components for English language learners as well as English native speakers. So no, they do not have to have a GED at the time. Now, in order to get some of these, the workforce jobs, then yes, they may have to achieve those particular documents, but we can get them into those trainings and get them started. And if they're very ambitious, we can put them into both programs at the same time as well, so they can work on both certificates at the same time.
Adult education literacy. So you also offer opportunities to get a GED as well. Maybe you can tell us about the whole program itself. Adult education and literacy. What do you have under your umbrella there?
Right. And so under the adult education literacy umbrella, we have our what we call TextChase, Texas Certification High School Equivalency, which was formerly known as GED. And I think now they're flipping back to GED. And regardless, it is an opportunity for them if they feel that they need to cut their high school short or they never achieve their diploma, they can come back and get the GED from this program. In addition to the GED, we have the English as a second language program, where we take them from level 1 to level 6. Depending on where they're at, all of our students are pre-tested to see, hey, what functioning level you're on, and then they're applied into some of our classes that operate fully online, hybrid classes, and some on campus classes. And then we have Career4U. So those three branches, ESL, HSC, and Career4U, are the three branches that are under adult education. Adult education literacy also has adult high school and then TSI prep as well. So I take that back. We have 5 branches under the adult education literacy umbrella.
You guys have got a lot going on. So if people want to learn more about your program, I understand you got a special event happening tomorrow with our partners, ABC 13.
Yes, we're pretty excited. We'll be on their Facebook Live program. And we're gearing up for that to try to really spread the news because, in this pandemic, we're losing. The students are kind of like in the wind right now, and everybody's kind of nervous and everybody's doing what they're doing. But we're encouraging, hey, in this time of confusion, continue to educate yourselves, continue to upskill yourself, and continue to get yourself better. So once this pandemic becomes somewhat of a level, which nobody really knows, hopefully they'll be upskilled and be ready to be inputted into some of these jobs that are opening up and that will open up in the future.
So if you want to learn more about it, of course, we'll have a link in our social media post. But tomorrow, go to abc13.com at noon or anytime during the day. You're going to see a banner that's going to link you to the live webcast they have. We'll also share it on our Facebook page here at HCC District. Nakia Edwards, thanks for joining us this morning. Good luck tomorrow and good luck on a successful semester.
Hey, thank you so much, Todd. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Nakia. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one. You
too. All right. So more happening today. Boy, a lot to unpack. Carolina Lenar is joining me again. Carolina, as Dr. Ewen was talking about, we're going back to some online learning, just at least for 4 weeks. But boy, here we are once again. It seems like this pandemic's never going to end.
Once again, but we're going to go through just like we did at the beginning.
But it won't be as rough start as it was for you. I know when the pandemic began, you were out of town in March of 2020 on spring break, and you got stuck for a while in another state.
I know this time I'm happily here at home, but at the beginning of the first lockdown, I traveled to visit my sister and I had to work and study from there. Like, thankfully everything was remotely, but it was hard.
Yeah. So we'll be remote again, students. We're not through with this pandemic yet, but we're going to keep everyone safe. We're going to make it through one way or another. We got this. Okay. Community learning. Let's take a look at that. We want to remind our viewers of a new round of community learning programs that are approaching. Coming up soon are scams and disasters for ages 50 and above, disaster preparedness. Watch out for those scams. Get everyone to log online and you can learn more about it. It's 10 to 11:30 a.m. Wednesday, August 18th. That's tomorrow. We'll have a link to the program in the social media post for the show. And our virtual coffee breaks continue today, Carolina.
Yeah, so grab a cup of coffee with your coworkers and Jeanette May, the Chief of Human Resources Office, to continue shedding and adapting to our current reality. That's going to happen today at 11, so you still have time to go. Dr. Shante Grace, Vice Chancellor, Student Services. You can check your emails to register or just search coffee breaks at hccs.edu.
Okay, Bedichek Orman, going to skip on down to that. Bedichek Orman auction needs your help. The Bedichek Orman auction will be held Saturday, November the 6th. They need donated items and they want you to register for the event. Auction proceeds support worthwhile professional development opportunities for adjunct and full-time faculty here at Houston Community College. These in turn impact the growth of our students. We'll have the emails and more information in the post after the show. And if you're a student, the catalogs this semester are available online along with the handbook for free.
That's awesome. So the online 2021 and 2022 HCC catalog and the student handbook is now available using a web-based format. And that is more researchable and interactive, of course. Now, students will also be able to access a degree planner to track their educational path and create their own My HCC accounts for easy reference. And we have the link of the catalog after the show in the post.
Okay, we've got money available to pay for your fall tuition. I'm going to repeat that again. Money is available to pay for your fall tuition. That's right. $59 million thanks to the Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund. Because of COVID, the government rolled out these fundings to help students better themselves and make it through the COVID pandemic. Fall enrolled students, which means you have to enroll for the fall, can get help with the cost of tuition, fees, books, supplies, housing, food, transportation, healthcare, and childcare. A lot of stuff you can pay for using these HERF funds. You have to request the money through the My Eagle online request form. You request the money. They are distributed in from what I understand, 2 payments throughout the semester. This money can be used to pay for all of your tuition for the fall. It's a no-brainer. Sign up for college for the fall and we can really help you out. Speaking of signing up for college, as you heard, for the first 4 weeks, all of our classes, most of them will be online, except for the workforce and classes that have technical skills that you need to meet in person for. A lot of those have been meeting since last summer, and they're going to continue meeting in person, of course, socially distanced with all the safety precautions needed. You can go to hccs.edu/now to sign up for fall classes. Make sure you do so. There's no better time to attend college, and we'll help you pay for that. Okay, next, let's see. Tomorrow on the show, we've got some special guests. Carolina, we got a brand new president that's just been announced for the Southeast College, and she'll be here tomorrow.
Dr. Frances Villagran Glover. She is the incoming HCC Southeast president, and she will join us tomorrow to talk about the job she takes over in October. And she comes from Northern Virginia Community College. Now, but many may remember her as the former AVC of Special Programs and Student Success at HCC, where she led a team of over 50 student affairs professionals.
Yeah, and so she'll be here. We'll welcome her to the show. It's good to see her again. Used to work with her a few years back. So she'll be here on the show tomorrow. We're excited about that. And it's a Wednesday. Our fitness guest, he's a former HCC student, now a doctor out in the San Francisco area. He's known as Doc on the Run. If you have any interest in getting out there and running or getting active, he's your guy. He's going to be talking about race training and how to prevent something very important, because they really can mess with you. It's called blisters. That's right. So tune into Doc on the Run tomorrow. Carolina, are you back tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check my schedule, but I'm looking forward to hearing from him.
All right. So we will see Carolina later in the week. We'll see all of you tomorrow live 10 a.m. right here in Up to the Minute.